Hey guys, in this video we're going to be showing you how to write a blog post, and a killer blog post at that.
There are over 500 million blogs in the world, and with the world stage being your competition when it comes to blogging, in this video we're going to show you how to write a blog post that can compete. One that people want to read, one that people want to share, one that people want to comment on, one that people want to tell the nan about. And if you're blogging for business, importantly, one that actually generates income.
Are you ready?
Oh yes.
Let's do this! Hey guys, Andrew and Pete here, and if you are new to the channel, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We create videos every single week all about how to grow your small business. And in this video, as the title suggests, we're talking about how to write a blog post. A blog post that actually gets results. And without any further ado, step number one, numero uno, is to decide what you're going to be talking about and the frequency. The best bloggers in the world all have a plan of attack, and they are consistent at sticking to that plan.
And this consistency is very important because your audience will come to know your blogging schedule. But do not get consistency and frequency mixed up here. Some people think being consistent means more blogs. And it doesn't. That's frequency. And a high frequency of blogs is sometimes not the best idea, because let's say you try to pump out daily blogs and you don't have time to craft those blogs very well, then the quality of those blogs is going to suffer.
So think about quality and consistency when thinking about your blog strategy. If you are new to blogging, then you might want to have a higher frequency just so that you can practice your writing skills. But as you get more competent, we'd rather you do an epic 3,000 plus word blog every 6 weeks than write hundreds of crappy, like 300 to 500 word blogs every single week. Just remember that quality is always better than quantity here when it comes to blogging. And when it comes to brainstorming and deciding on your content topics for your blog, this might sound a little cliche at this point.
Cliche alert.
Oh, but you need to keep your audience in mind. All too often, we see bloggers write about what they want to write about. And although it's really important to write about topics that you're passionate about and enjoy, it's even more important to write about topics that also your audience wants and needs to know more about.
In the past, we've sometimes found ourselves writing for our peers or writing the smartest, more advanced type of content to like show how smart we are and give ourselves a little ego boost.
You're very smart, pal.
Thank you. And we need to catch ourselves sometimes and like remind ourselves it's not about us, it's about meeting our audience where they currently are and giving them the information that they need to know. Because if you're just writing for you or just writing for your peers, it's really, really easy to alienate the people that you actually want to reach, the people that could actually buy from you.
So don't overcomplicate this. One of the best ways to find blog ideas that people actually want to read is to literally go and ask your audience, go and ask your customers or the people that you know your blog is for. Go and ask them and find out. Though there are a ton of tools to help you go a little bit deeper into this keyword research to find your blog topic ideas, like answerthepublic.com being one of our favorites. Nothing beats those real conversations where you hear the topics from the horse's mouth.
Just don't call your audience a horse because they are less likely to help you if you do.
Yeah.
Top tip.
Top tip. Step 2 is all about research. That's keyword research and general research.
Starting with keyword research, now you have some kind of broad topics, some broad content ideas. It's a really good idea to start working out what people are actually literally typing into Google to find information about these topics. Google suggested search is a great way to start. Let's say you are in the roast potato niche. And if you type your topic into Google, roast potatoes, you can see all of these different keywords are popping up. You've got things like roast potato recipe crispy, roast potato seasoning, etc, etc, etc. These are all things that people are actively searching. And if you click on one of these, often if you scroll right to the bottom of the search results page, you'll see there's a ton of other keywords here that people are also searching for. So write all these down. These are popular phrases that people are actually searching for that you could potentially create blog content on. Another tip is if you type in your topic and then add an underscore followed by a space at the very start of it, you can see lots of other keywords that don't start with roast potatoes. Things like Slimming World roast potatoes or Jamie Oliver roast potatoes.
To further help with this, a paid tool that we really like is called Keywords Everywhere. It's not very expensive at all, but if you use it, it actually tells you the search volume of all the phrases and keywords that you might possibly be searching for. This is really just scratching the surface of that keyword research, and we're going to put a link in the description to a video all about a more in-depth look at keyword research, so you can find out what's a good topic, what you have a good chance at ranking for, and what people are actually searching for.
And once you've done your keyword research, it's a really good idea to do some general research too.
This means going and looking at the current blogs that are out there that rank for that keyword. Go and give them a read. This is really important because once you know what already exists, you know what you need to beat. Yeah. And secondly, you can see what isn't being said about this blog topic so that you can add your own unique point of view, your own spin, and say something that maybe is a little bit more unique and hasn't been said before.
After you've done your research, step 3 is to finalize your title. The title is super important to draw visitors in, and if you don't know your title before you start writing, then you're not going to write the best, most perfect blog for that title. So come up with a title that both includes the keyword and entices readers in to get them to read that blog.
Like, for example, roast potatoes, the best you've never had. In 5 minutes.
5 minute
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
In 3 steps.
Write it, please.
I mean, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Can you get it in 2 steps?
This nicely takes us on to step 4, which is to write an outline for the blog. For most people, just sitting down and writing the blog from scratch isn't going to produce the best results. So having some kind of structure before you start writing is going to produce better results, and it makes it a lot easier to write. We've actually got a blogging blueprint which we'll put in the description below to help you map out your perfect blogs every time. But there's 4 key areas basically. Andrew, take it away.
1. The introduction. In the introduction, think of this as you are almost pitching to your readers to continue reading your blog and spending their time with you on that blog. You want to start making notes about how you are going to hook your readers in. You're going to give them a reason to read the rest of the blog. You're going to tell them what they're going to learn, and you're going to handle any immediate objections they may have to actually continuing to read that blog. For example, in our roast potato idea, readers might think, oh no, I don't have the equipment for this, I'm not good enough at making roast potatoes. So you might want to say, hey guys, in this blog, we're going to teach you how to make the best roast potatoes ever, even if you've never even heard of a roast potato before and are completely new to the roasting of potatoes.
In 3 steps. In 5 minutes. 2. The main points. You want to make a list of all the key points or key sections that you're going to have in your blog. Then put them in the order that you want to write about that makes the most sense. And then make some key points or bullet points underneath those headings.
3 is the conclusion. What message do we want to leave our readers with? And maybe how we tie in all the different points together that we've made in the blog, which leads us to number 4.
The final calls to actions. Now you might want to add in multiple call to actions throughout the blog, but think about that final one. What do you want them to do next? Is it to read another blog that you have? Is it to check out a service or product that you have on offer? Or do you want a comment, a like, a share?
And once you have this rough structure in place, then it's time for step 5, which is to write the blog. And all that pre-work we've done in steps 1 to 4 is going to come in super handy here, so writing isn't all that much of a chore. Our best advice is to not overthink. Like at this stage, don't worry about spelling, don't worry about grammar, don't worry about sentence structure, don't even worry about what you're saying making 100% sense at this point. Just let your stream of consciousness write the blog based on that structure that you've already mapped out, and worrying about editing comes later, spoiler alert.
And when you're writing, for most audiences, you don't need to write as if you're writing a professional paper. Just write as you speak. It's as easy as that, and it makes it easier for the audience to read and more engaging too. Don't forget that a good chunk of your readers are going to be reading it on their phone. Keep your sentences and paragraphs short and punchy and to the point. Long paragraphs aren't fun to read on your phone.
3 top tips for writing. Number 1, you want people to feel a connection to the writer. Ideally, there'll be a photo and a name of the writer at the top of the blog to make that personal connection. But don't be afraid of bringing in personal experiences, personal stories, and using like I, me, you, so the reader feels like you are talking to them.
2. Use the outline that you created in step 4 of this video to create plenty of headings and subtitles. The idea here is to make it skimmable. Research shows that people often check out a blog first. They'll skim all the way down to the very bottom and look at all those little subtitles and headings and might even read the conclusion before then deciding, you know what? This seems like a good blog. I'm going to go back to the top and read it properly.
And 3, don't forget links. If you've got any Links Africa left over from Christmas, don't forget this is the time to use
1990.
Only the Brits will understand that joke.
Yeah.
Throughout the blog, you should be linking to other blogs that you've got, other pages on your site, maybe some products and services you have on your site, as well as external websites that have supporting information about your topic. So as you're writing, it's sometimes a good idea just to note where you can add these links as you go.
Step 6 of writing your perfect blog is to edit the blog. Once you have your first dirty, rough first draft, then you basically want to go back and what?
You okay?
Yeah. Once you have your rough first draft, then you want to read back through it and fix any grammar and spelling mistakes. Might want to also tighten up some of the vocabulary, move things around, etc, etc. You can do this straight away after first writing your blog, but usually what's best is to come back after a few hours or even a few days with a fresh set of eyes and a new perspective.
At this point, you might want to use a free tool like Grammarly to proofread and check the blog too. And when it comes to editing, don't forget this is a great opportunity to go back through and see where we can add any images, or where we can add any videos, or where we can add those links that we noted, just to make the blog all that better.
We know all this can seem like a little bit of an overwhelming process and it might take a lot of time, but remember what we said at the very beginning of this video. Quality is way more important than frequency, and just blogging for blogging's sake isn't going to get you anywhere. Lots of rubbish, ill thought out blogs aren't going to be good for your business or for your audience. If you don't have a time to fully commit to this process and write blogs thoroughly, then you might want to reduce the frequency of which you publish your blog.
And on that note, you might be turning to blogging because it might seem easier than doing this or recording a video or starting a podcast. But if you want to make your blog a success, if you don't want it to be a waste of time, then you need to put in that time. You need to put in that effort, because if you don't, then a competitor will.
In the description below, we've put some more links to awesome videos that we've made all about blogging, including how to think of amazing blog ideas, how to get those blogs ranking, keyword research, and so forth, including that blogging blueprint. We'd love to know if this video was helpful for you, so drop a comment, please let us know it spurs us on, and we'd love for you to subscribe as well.
I've been Andrew.
I've been Pete.
See you next time, guys.
Bye.